Good morning, everybody. Sam here at Fins Twins TV, back with another video. I just put the boat in on the water out here on Lake Lanier, and it's a beautiful morning. Got some wind coming in, clear skies right now. I'm thinking we're gonna get some cloud in here later this afternoon. I'm gonna try something today I've always wanted to do. That is to throw a big glide bait. I got my Spro Chad. I see these largemouth guys, especially scopers like Milliken, that are catching these big old largemouth on glide baits, and I've always wondered, will these big spotted bass eat it? So we're gonna try that today. Also got me a sashimi shimmer, flukes, and all kinds of good spotted bass baits that I know will work, and that will be a good follow-up for a glide bait if it doesn't work. But I've got to try that today, and hopefully we get some big fish to come up and hit it. It's early summer and fish are starting to pull up on brush piles. I'm thinking 23 to 30 foot, especially on humps, also out on the end of some of these points, and it's the perfect time of year to pull some quick over the brush piles and get one of those big wolf packs to come up and crush it. So hopefully we get some of that going today. But before we get started, if you will, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on this video, and let's get after it. Alrighty, let's get it going this morning. Got my glide bait. We'll see how long this lasts. Starting out here on a pretty random hump. There's small brush piles and stuff out here we're gonna try. And well, actually, while I was setting up the cameras, I had some fish come up and bust, so that's a good sign to start this morning. You know, it's interesting, I've always kind of thought that this bait would be too big for the size of a spotted bass mouth, but you know, I've seen some herring this size and bigger that you know, they've blown up on. So we're gonna have to see what this proves to us today. It'll be interesting to learn. Ooh, man, they wanted that thing. Turned off at the last minute. It's definitely making them interested, that's for sure. A school of fish right out here. All right, some good looks on our first spot. No fish, but they are reacting to it, so that's something. A lot of fish on this one here. Oh, schooling. Oh! Oh, they're huge! Oh my gosh, on the Chad. Holy smokes. Can't let them get me in the brush. Wow. Giant, oh, huge fish. Crushed the Chad, guys. This may be a 5+ pound fish easily. Holy smokes, guys. Oh, no way. Oh, guys, you gotta be kidding me. This is incredible. You've got to be kidding me, guys. Look at the size of that fish right there on the Spro Chad. Glide bait, monster spotted bass. Man, it doesn't get any better than this. Look how fat these fish are. They're out here gorging on big old blueback herring. And we got the perfect bait to match them. Heck yeah, that's awesome, guys. All right, guys, we're gonna let this beauty go. Man, beautiful fish right there. That is incredible. Lake Lanier is so special. And man, we got him in a bite on that big glide bait. See if we can do it again. Ooh. Oh, he crushed it. Got him. Let's go. Oh, another big one. Ooh. There's a boat right next to me, but I don't think I can do anything. Oh, this is another giant, guys. Oh, it's another huge fish. Oh my goodness, guys, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh. Guys, this fish might be bigger than the last one.
Oh, those fish weren't even on the brush pile. I saw them out swimming by themselves, and a lot of times, I've said it on the channel before, those are the big ones. And sure enough, absolute giant fish sitting out there. And they are just looking out there hunting for bait. And they found one, but it's got hooks in it. Look at that, guys. Not one, but 2 giants already this morning on the Chad Shad glide bait spotted bass fishing. Man, this is incredible. Awesome fish. We gotta keep doing it. This is awesome. All right, let's release this beauty. We're gonna get out of here. Now that was really cool because the first fish I caught, you know, those were schooling fish, and a lot of times with those fish, you can throw a Coke can out there and catch one. But that fish is one I saw, threw at the school, came up, one of them ate it, twitch, and that glide bait will spin on them, looking right in the eyes, and they just can't resist it. Come on, eat it. Oh, they're going crazy. All right, they look a little smaller. I think I may could bust one of them on the fluke. Tell you guys, once you start pulling them off the brush pile, go ahead and rip that bait in, shake them off of it, and then throw something else, because if you pull them all the way back to the boat, they ain't gonna eat then. All right, I see a group of fish out here, and they do look a little bigger, but they going to eat. There we go. Maybe he ain't too bad. No, he ain't too bad. Biggin. Oh, man. Golly, what a day. Oh, let's go. Another stud right there, guys. Throw him back. But that was another situation where, you know, I think sometimes the glide bait is a little bit too big, especially if we don't have a lot of wind right now. But one thing that's really neat about that bait is normally, if I throw a swim bait over and I pull fish off the brush pile, I can never catch a fish behind them. It just ruins the brush pile. But I pulled that glide bait over, pulled some fish off, messed them up a little bit, but then threw something smaller behind them, and sure enough, they still eat again. So far, big success for the glide bait. Got some big fish on it, and I've been able to catch some fish behind it too on some of our typical spotted bass baits. All right, back to the glide bait. We'll see what she'll do. And you know, I think it's one of those things, I don't think I'm gonna be catching many, you know, 2-pounders on this bait. I think I got other stuff to catch 2-pounders on, and this is gonna be the bait that if I see a school with big fish in it, I can show them something they probably never seen before. I've never seen that in my life. Did I just land? Oh my goodness. I just landed on a fish with my glide bait that immediately ate it. Holy smokes. This may be a striper, but wow. I've never caught a fish so fast in my life. If it is a spot, it is a giant. Oh, it is. Oh! Another giant. I got him hooked funny. Wow. Another giant on the glide. Look at that, guys. Another giant on the glide bait. I had that fish before I even clicked the handle in. Man, these guys are fired up this morning, and that's a lot of fun. That's awesome. Alrighty, I got some picks. Let's release her. Whew. That was awesome. Man, during that whole thing, I should have put us on spot lock. I kind of drifted up here on top of my brush piles, which, by the way, there are giant fish seemingly all over them. Hopefully I didn't get too close and mess them up. They're all over this bait. Here comes some high fish cruising along. Let's see what they think about Mr. Chad. Mr. Chad. Got him, baby. Woo. Let's go. Oh, this feels like a stud, baby. This feels like a stud. He is not budging. I wonder if I got him hooked sideways. Oh, it's a big spot, baby. Oh, this is so awesome. Yeah, this is another giant right here, guys. Holy smokes. Wow. Oh, another absolute monster on the Chad. Holy smokes. God. Oh, look at that, guys. We probably got 20 pounds on the day already. Another 4+ on the Chad. Wow, another giant. This is incredible, guys. Now again, that fish did not come on brush, and most of the fish I've caught on this bait has not been on brush. These are just fish that are either between the brush or in between two brush piles, and that's something I've preached on this channel over and over, is that the fish on the brush pile most of the time are not the biggest fish in the area. So many times the biggest fish in the area are the fish that are surrounding the piles, out hunting wolf packs of 3 to 4 fish. And when you see those schools out here over open water, especially if you see a little ball of bait or something, that's when you know you're on them, and they're gonna pull a little different. You've got to be kidding me, guys. Was having such a good day on that bait. Alright, I think a lost glide bait calls for a PB&J break, so we can mourn over this Uncrustable. Hooked up big one, guys. Holy smokes. God, look at the size of this one. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is insane. I don't want to break him off, but I also don't want to get my dang lure down in the brush pile. This fish is huge. Golly. Guys, look at the size of that fish. I've been messing around since I threw off my daggum glide bait and just messing around with some of my little lures. Wasn't even really planning on filming anymore because I proved the glide bait worked, but had to turn the camera back on for this one. I'm gonna close the day out for real on this big old fish right here, out here on Lake Lanier. And we got some big old spots out here. Man, it's incredible. All right, well, I'm about to idle us back on over to the boat ramp, but what an awesome morning out here on Lake Lanier. Just a few hours ago, I was kind of skeptical about throwing a bait that big for spotted bass. You hear people say their mouths aren't big enough to eat bait that big, but after this video, you'll absolutely think differently. And one cool thing about it is it kind of keeps the dinks away. These fish are super aggressive, especially right now in the early summer, and if you throw something little in there, it's gonna get attacked, you know, by a 1.5 to 2 pound fish. But throwing a bait that big will keep them away. They'll follow it, and then you'll have a giant like those ones y'all saw today come up and absolutely destroy that big old Spro glide bait. But if y'all have any questions about the glide bait, rod and reel, any of that, I'm gonna leave it down in the description below, so go check that out. But thank you all so much for watching. Before we leave, if you will, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time on Fins Twins TV.